Hey y'all, hey. Um, I just want to say that gang stalking is happening and targeted individuals are very, very real. I don't have the reason as to why gang stalking is happening, but I do know that this is a treacherous program that they have thousands and thousands of people on. Um, it's about 1:30 in the morning. Um, I'm exhausted. I was going to go to bed around 9, and then I got a phone call from my daughter that my sister, my little sister, was found dead in her apartment. My little sister had, before she transitioned, we had spoken about transitioning and things of that sort. And she had said to me that myself and my big sister would be here longer than her, that she would be the first to leave. Well, I didn't really think much of it because she's had lots of issues with what I know now to be V2K, and that she was also being gang stalked, and that but she had been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and they had given her tons of medication, and so she had been on medication for years, the pharmaceutical program. I didn't realize that she was being gang stalked until it started happening to me, and then I started saying, wait a minute, my little sister has said all of this stuff all these years, and we just ignored her. We just said that she was on pharmaceuticals. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn this light off. It's getting on my nerves. At any rate, we had just assumed that it was schizophrenia and that she was suffering, and we would encourage her to go to the doctor and get her medication and things of that sort until it started happening to me. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is all the stuff that she has been saying has been happening. Well, they found her in her apartment. I think she transitioned probably about 48 hours ago. And so when they found her in a praying position. Yeah. Tonight after I left, I stopped by McDonald's and got an ice cream. And my reason for doing that was to just almost like people who drink would have a drink to someone who has transitioned or who's died. I just had an ice cream in honor of her inner child and my inner child, because that was kind of the last time that we had a real connection, was when we were children. Ever since then, after she became an adult and she lost her son mysteriously died as well as a baby. After that, it was more, I was less of a sister and more of a caretaker in some way, always doing something to try to take care of her, to try to help her, to try to fix her. At any rate, without going into too many details about our relationship and the ups and downs of that and the back and forths of that, they found her, in her apartment in a praying position, and she had died. Now, it's only been a couple of hours ago that I found this out. While I was there, and the investigators were upstairs taking pictures and things of that sort, Lo and behold, the gang stalkers show up. Although the police were out there, a pickup truck came driving down the street really slow, and then it came into the parking lot that I was sitting in, blared its bright lights on my vehicle for a couple of minutes, and then it put itself in reverse and drove back down the street really slow. A couple minutes later, one of the gang stalkers, you know that energy they walk with, the baseball cap and the raggedy, horrible haircut and the flannel shirt and the jeans. This is an all black and brown neighborhood, mind you. This was a white guy. He walks right by as the investigator is standing there speaking with me. He walks right by like he's just a normal citizen. So the gang stalkers were there in a time where we're in shock, the grieving process. But I wanted to come on and say this much. They are truly ruthless. And the gang stalking tactics have elevated very quickly with me, with my dog being unalived and now my sister transitioning. Now, the autopsy results have not come back about how my sister transitioned and things of that sort. But we all know about the electronic warfare that they're using and that is a possibility. She had been writing letters to my niece saying that she believed that someone was trying to kill them. And my niece just chalked it up as a schizophrenic episode or whatever. They are pretty ruthless, that they would come and gang stalk me and possibly my niece, I don't know, at a time such as this. I have to say that my little sister's avatar was not well. She was not happy in this 3D body, this heavy body that she's carried over the years. And she has been through some very, 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 very traumatic things, just as I have. I would dare to say that she's been through more traumatic things than me. And I'm happy that she's free. I'm happy that she's no longer in this 3D body. We spoke about it the other day, which is kind of ironic, or is it? And she said that she would be back and that she would try to get it right next time. And I said to her, well, I hope you do. If you have to come back, I hope you do get it right next time. Good luck to you. But I'm not trying to come back here when it's my time to go. Yeah? I'm trying to live out my karma. I'm trying to live out my karmic debt. I'm trying to close these contracts. And when I leave this realm, I want to be an ancestor. I do not want to come back in this realm. Now, we can't close our contracts early. We can't close the contract early. We have to live out the contract. And if gang stalking is a part of that, then that's what I have to do. But this video was about my sister. I'm so happy that she's free from this 3D avatar. And I hope that she comes and visits me and lets me know how peaceful and wonderful it is. Because at the end of the day, death is no different from birth. Right. I would dare to say that birth is even more traumatic. You don't have to come through some vaginal portal and be pulled out with forceps and under these bright lights and your umbilical cord chopped off and taken from your mother and all these strangers' hands. And nah, you just leave this 3D body and you're in the arms of God. Right. So this video is for my little sister. I love you, sis. I love us. And yeah, I'll see you when I get there, yeah? I want to close by saying that gang stalking is happening. They are quite ruthless. I wish that I had the why, but I don't. But gang stalking is happening and targeted individuals are real. And if you have a loved one that's saying they're being gang stalked, the best thing that you can do for them is hold space for them by listening and just giving them a little bit of belief. Taking into consideration that something like this is actually happening, that they're not schizophrenic. Just because schizophrenia exists does not mean that gang stalking doesn't exist. Well, that's all I have for you this morning. On Closing the Gap, where we make a conscious effort to meet you where you're at on your healing and your spiritual journey. If you like my energy, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. And if you're really feeling my vibe, don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you know the next time that I upload. Yeah? Yeah. And rest in peace to my baby sister. We'll see you next time. You guys rest well and have a good day tomorrow.